I remember having a conversation with Umow Lai, our managing director, probably about 5 years ago, and he could see where the industry was heading, and he had a vision that that's where he wanted Umow Lai to be, at the forefront of ESD design.
Having a strong focus on sustainability when it came to our new offices, we really wanted to look at how we could talk about who we are and how we approach our engineering design. It's not just about innovation and sustainability at any cost. We wanted something that was practical, that worked and was effective. The way we've approached the 6-star design here is to create an integrated solution that works with the different engineering, the different fit-out requirements of the tenancy. We're aiming to achieve a 6-star rating at a very cost-effective level. In fact, this fit-out will cost a lot less than most corporate fit-outs that we're involved in. We've been very careful in selecting different materials to minimise the off-gassing, the volatile organic compounds in the fit-out, using recycled components where we can. We're not trying to create a tenancy that is a way out there green design. Really, this is aimed at being a functional, attractive, well-performing corporate fit-out that is very, very sustainable to its core.
Obviously, being in the consulting industry, one of our major assets is our staff. And if our staff aren't happy, then we can't function as a business. So having a comfortable working environment is one of the primary objectives of this tenancy fit-out.
We've used phase change material in one of the meeting rooms as a way of moderating the climate in a room that normally you provide separate air conditioning to that space. But here, using the phase change in the ceiling, we're able to limit the temperature fluctuation in that space, get a more passive design that responds to the conditions in the space without the need for air conditioning or other energy-intensive inputs into the building design. Our bi-walls are a key feature of our fit-out. This is a technology that we investigated. I travelled to Toronto in Canada, where the original inventor of this technology is based, and got to see a very large installation there and understand how that could be integrated into the design of an office like this, essentially. And so we worked very closely with him in developing the technology for use in Australia, and worked with local specialists in this sort of field, again, to look at how we can integrate something into our tenancy that not only provides the life and the greenness and the ecology, but also has a very tangible impact on our internal environment. And so the bi-walls are cleaning our air, providing us a cleaner environment, while also giving us other benefits like some cooling, and also something very aesthetic that provides a key focal point for the sustainable design of our tenancy.
The structure behind me is a bio wall under construction. We started with waterproofing the wall. This membrane is actually VOC free, which improves the air quality as well. And then we installed the air ducts. Those ducts suck the air through from the office, through the plant, the gross medium that would sit in front of the ducts, into the ceiling plenum, and then into the air conditioner, which will basically return the air fresh and clean into the office.
The bio wall that we're installing in our tenancy, this actively filters the air of the office space. We're actively doing a pre and post occupancy study in regards to indoor environment quality.
So the plants have been selected especially for their ability to clean the air. Plus they're plants that are non-pollen producing, and they can live very easily in an indoor environment. And
another aspect of our fit-out design is we wanted to increase the outside air rates, and so we've used heat exchange units in the ceilings, and these transfer the energy from spilled waste air out of the building into fresh air, so that we precondition that fresh air passively, that allows us to increase the amount of fresh air coming through our tenancy. So even in winter, when we can't open our windows, we do have that higher level of fresh air to retain the environment in the space. We've done some very detailed testing and scientific analysis of our previous tenancy, and we're able to use that, comparing it with the environment we're experiencing in our new tenancy, and looking at things like productivity, workflow and so on, as a way of really benchmarking the real tangible benefits of designing a green fit out like this. Another feature of note in our fit out is that we have openable windows. These weren't part of the base building. There are many things in the base building that we were able to influence by coming in and doing an integrated fit out design. And so one of those was to put windows around the perimeter of our building that are openable. So for much of the year we actually don't need to run our air conditioning. It works quite well that the occupants can open and close their windows as they require, and so we get much better connection to outside. We get a more fresh environment, and one that works very well. Even though we're in a relatively noisy environment with a train station right next door, people still prefer to have the windows open to get that connection to outside and adjust to the acoustic environment that it provides. Another exciting thing we're investigating currently with our fit out is that we want to put a wind turbine on the roof of this building. We're just going through the planning process of that now, and this is something coming from some of the fundamental research that we're doing into sustainable buildings, where we can see the possibility of our city buildings becoming wind farms, sources of renewable energy feeding back into our cities. And really this is not something that's been done throughout the world to any great degree, and certainly hasn't been done in Melbourne. So we are putting a wind turbine on the roof of our building. It will be a significant turbine generating around 10 kilowatts of power, and that's going to feed back into our tenancy and offset a lot of our energy use in the fit out by using a clean renewable resource.
People talk about how you can achieve simple payback periods on environmentally sustainable initiatives in regards to simply by reducing your energy costs or your water costs. But then they always quote that if you can increase your productivity by at least 0.5%, then that far outweighs your benefits, the environmental benefits, more financial environmental benefits. We're expecting to achieve a 68% reduction from a standard office tenancy, which is typically 2.5 to 3 stars AVGR, and we're expecting that to improve by 68%. So our greenhouse gases will, decrease by 2/3 for our new tenancy fit out.